I am good. From dining, from dining to movies to dining to food, and in movies. Disney makes movies. Hi, Maria. It's never a good thing. No, it just makes the episode so much harder to edit. Hmm. Well, it's not so much hell. It just gets a tad bit more chaotic, is the best way I can put it. Yeah, exactly. You're in for a bumpy ride. um, well, I'm detoxing for my trip. Yeah, I don't know how that happened. So I just have an electrolyte kind of drink thing. It's not, it's one of the powders that I get from, I think this is from, I can't think of the name of the company right now. So it's really not all that. Oh, Redcon one. Yeah, this one has, no. They do make protein powder, but this one has like, it has like all sorts of shit in it. It also has like dehydrated coconut water. So it's just, yeah, there's a whole bunch of bonuses to this one that I just started drinking. I like the flavor of it. It's a little bit cheaper than some of the other ones. The only bad part about it is that you actually have to scoop it in. So it's not like in a pre portioned kind of rip, tear, and go. Surprise! So it's like Alka Seltzer. Okay. That's not awful. Yeah, this tastes sweet. This doesn't taste salty either. It is. There's just it, or it just has more sweeteners. It's one, two. Yeah, I don't even look at the calories on this one. I just like it. No, we don't have a Costco near us. Oh, I would lovely. It would be lovely of you to buy it for me so I can check it out. You can do it. Hey, Maria, what you got drinking? What you got drinking? That was real good English. I'm going to. Oh, last year That was December of last year. Yes. All right. I like hazy, so. Okay. It does. It looks almost see through. Okay. Maria, you like some bourbons, though. Okay. I mean, you're not. You're. And I guess that's all that counts. I did. I got back Tuesday. I did some running, did a lot of parking too. Hmm. Yeah, we actually left the Tuesday prior, or whatever, the 20. I should probably know that. I don't. Yeah, so we left on the 21st and we came back on the 28th. Yes, it was very, very nice and long. That's how I like it. Nice and long. You're good. Are we good? Was that good? It was Tim, myself, and Tim's sister for part of the trip, but she went home early. Yes, and then we replaced Stephanie with Lauren. We actually stayed at Old Key West. It was our first time staying there. Resort is really nice. Yeah, never been there before, so we got a two. We got a two bedroom on the third floor. And if you know anything, oh yeah, it was a lot of fun just starting off with the luggage. No, sure did because this is the first time in a very long time that we actually rented a car. So we actually had a car that we used maybe three times. Yeah, and I mean, we had it. We used it to get from the airport. We used it that first day because the first we got there and our room was actually ready, like at like 11 o'clock. Yeah, it was super early. So by the time we got off the flight, I got a message that our room was ready. Yeah, so it was really nice. We drove. Correct. No, she lives in Long Island. Yeah, so she flew out of. No, she flew out of one of the New York. I don't remember. I think it might have been LaGuardia, but I don't remember. And yeah, we had our flights time pretty close. I think there were less than that, like 20 minutes between them. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Got walked. Um, there's not much to explore, especially where we were staying. No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. We were very close to the hospitality house. So we didn't request a preferred room, but we requested a few sections, and I don't remember the section we ended up in, but we were building 27, which is basically if you've been to that resort, if you walk over the bridge and then hang a left, we were there. Yeah, yeah. So um it's if anybody's also stayed at the resort, it was the first bus stop coming in and the first bus stop to be dropped off. So like so if a bus is coming in and you're getting on the bus, you're the first stop. Yes, but you always had a seat. And on the way back from the park, you were also still the first stop, so you're the first ones off. It was really, it was a super convenient, minus the 3-story walk up. Room was awesome. Nice big room. I mean, the square footage there is absolutely ridiculous for a 2 bedroom. Um, some weird things though that I did notice. TV placement's kind of weird in the great room. It is not on a wall. It's not on any of those things. Hmm. No, it's never on the pull down bed. That's I have never seen it on a wall with the pull down. The TV's on the pull down bed on top of. Oh, okay. I thought you meant like the Murphy bed. I'm picturing. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about now. Yes. No. So it was kind of true. That I don't know if that's better or worse. Um, so it was kind of low down to the ground. I mean, you don't really go to Disney to watch TV, so it's like perfect kid height, but not really great for adult height. The other thing was the only other problem we had was that it really took a really long time for the hot water to get going in the master shower. And I don't know why it was, and the pressure wasn't all that great. It was like the least amount of pressure I've had in a Disney resort in a long time. But other than that, the resort is stunning. We had a view overlooking the golf course, and we had a little bit of a fun game of watching the golfers when we had some downtime lose golf balls in the rough and stuff. So and try to find it. So that was always fun. Yeah, we stopped by. We didn't really sit in it. It's not really all that huge. It's super small. So we got drinks and we just sat by the pool. Yes. Hmm. That's most of them nowadays. Riviera was the last time I was there. Riviera had a bunch of stuff going on. It really depends on the it really depends on the time of day. I mean, you're also looking at this maybe also the size of the resort and the access to it because depending on you where you're at in Kidani, that could be a very long walk to the rec room. Neither is the one at Riviera. Most of them are not. Yeah, the Riviera is like in the basement. No, I mean it's on the first level, but it's not near like the dining really. It's near the counter service, but it's not near their all their main dining is upstairs. I would go in and request sections, especially for that resort. I mean, the worst that'll happen is you don't get it. But I mean, if there's someplace you want to be, especially in a resort that it's a huge resort. I mean, it's really really big, and you can get some really bad rooms, from what I read. So I would just take a look. I would definitely a recommendation. And then also when you do put in a reservation, you're kind of checking in already. So your chances of your upgrade might get a little bit lower. But I mean, how often do you get an upgrade anyway? It's you're much better off trying to choose an area that you want to be in. Headed to Epcot as we always do. Yes, and we actually brought the lightning lane for the first time. The first day was, I mean, it was a little hit or miss because Epcot was a little busy. No, we only brought it for 2 days. We only brought it, yes, we only brought it for the first day because Steph really wanted to ride Remy's, and I knew that was the only way we were getting on it. So lightning lane for that day was $15. So we, even if we did just, yeah, exactly. So even if we did like just Remy, which we didn't, we got on some other stuff. But even if we did just Remy, $15 was not awful. No, no. It depends on how many people I'm with. And no, if I'm paying, no. If it was just much more than that for the first day, I wouldn't have done it. Just for the simple reason, it may be a little bit of a waste. I mean, I know it's only $15, but if you had a family of four, that adds up kind of quick. And that's the way I look at things. So you're looking from 15, it jumps up to 60. So for Tim and I, it was 30. Would I have bought it for Tim and I? No. It just doesn't make sense. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Correct. Exactly. And it just made life a little bit easier. We got on Remy's, Soren, Land. Spaceship Earth was in soft open, so we got on Spaceship Earth. It's brighter. Well, the scenes are brighter, so the lighting's been adjusted a little bit, I feel. The paint was fresh. Like, you can tell it got a fresh coat of paint. It got its nails done, got a pedicure, got a manicure. But I think the only thing I noticed is that the ship in the Phoenician scene now moves. And that was really, it used to, it stopped, and now it's moving again. Is kind of what I remember. Yes. We did some food booths, and Goyozas of the Galaxy. Holy shit. Such a good booth. Yeah. It was, it was not the corn one. It was the French onion soup one. Oh, hell yeah, I did. I got it 3 times that trip. It was really good. It was definitely tasty. I would definitely recommend it, even though like it's probably over by this point. Yeah, pretty much. So, but and then the buffalo chicken ones were pretty good. My least favorite was the corn. Just didn't hit. It just wasn't good. It was the weakest of all of them. Yeah. I was also, as tasty as it was, a little disappointed in the French drink. Um, no, that was at Flower and Garden. It was like the French Cosmo, something like that. I think it was, yeah. And it just wasn't cold enough. It needed to be a touch colder. It was not frozen, which is what I predicted. It was not frozen. It was just chilled. It was not supposed to be frozen. It was just a chilled cocktail. Yeah, I think they're trying to get away from it a little bit, but it was still a martini, but I mean when you have a martini that's not ice cold, it needed to be colder, and it was just a little miss on that one for me. That was Sunday, yeah. Yes. It's cute. I mean, I think she liked it. It's for me. It's just from 3D to 2D. Well, they're adding more props from what I read too. So I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna look like. To be honest. Yes. Yeah. Second day was Magic Kingdom. We did get lightning lanes. This was we actually. I don't hardcore do the parks anymore. We hardcore. Oh, we hardcore this park. We got there at early open, rode everything except for Tron and the spinny rides. Yeah, by 8 ish. No, before that, like six. Yeah, we were there all day, but like 6:30, whenever our dinner was. I think our dinner was at like a quarter, like 10 to 6, and we did everything by then. So like, oh yeah, it worked really well for that one. No, for Magic Kingdom's always the most expensive Lightning Lane. So I think it was in the 20s, maybe high 20s. And I again, definitely worth it when you have somebody who is not there often, and you're not trying to do characters, and you're not like really exploring the park. If you're there to do attractions, I say get it because it definitely was worth it. We ate at Tony's. Surprised. It wasn't awful. I don't know if I would eat there again. Well, again, it was Steph's choice. There was no way I was going to be able to do it. It's not as bad, and I guess with the alcohol that came with it wasn't as bad either. I don't remember what I had to drink. Um, I did have we did start off with the garlic bread, which is really nice. It's like almost like a little Jenga tower of garlic bread is the best way I can explain it, and it comes with the cheese sauce that you can pour over it or dip your breadsticks into. Really nice. Um, Food that was good. It wasn't again. It's not anything to write home to mom about. It's just good. No, but it's decent. It's not again not as horrible as as it used to be because it used to be someplace you wouldn't walk into. So I definitely give it a try if you're looking for someplace to eat in Magic Kingdom that's not Skipper's Canteen because that's still my favorite there. Just fair. I mean, but where else is there? Well, especially with with your boys. There's no point. That's a buffet. You're also paying for a character experience as well. Mm. I forgot to tell you. We did end up going to Pinocchio's for lunch. It was it was not great. No. I got the chicken fingers with the lemon garlic chicken fingers. They just it no, I like it sounded like a good idea, but it wasn't good. And Tim got the flatbread, which was kind of sad looking, and it was a bit on the sad side. So I probably I won't be going back there for a long time. But that's more of a snack. And they changed the Mickey waffle. They changed the waffle. No, it's no longer a sandwich. They no longer fold it, I thought. Yeah, they did. Yeah, it was like nice in the middle, and it was. It's just, from what I heard, it's not as good as it was. Yeah, that's all on you. I think you might be disappointed when you get it next time. I'm just warning you. Yeah, we had corn donuts. If you eat fish. Oh, no, which one's Friar's Nook? Is that where you get? It's just a snack booth, though. It's not like really like lunch food. Yeah, it's just snacks. Yeah, nothing like yes. But yeah, we rode everything. We rode we rode Splash Mountain. Well, not Tiana's. I got soaked. I did not, because I they made me sit in the front by myself. Yes, well, it was three of us, so somebody had to ride by themselves. There was no way. Nope. There was no way. Tim and Steph don't like getting wet in theme parks. So, yep, it was me in the front by myself. I looked like a drowned rat. It was that bad. I was so wet, like dripping wet. It was not a good time. And it was one of like the first morning rides we did. Be- yes, it doesn't really bother me. It just was not fun for a little while. But yeah, there's nothing that we didn't ride. Correct. And we got there on Thursday. We actually, because the expo doesn't really open. I think it didn't open till like 10:30. Instead of going there and raiding around, I really didn't feel like I needed really to spend a lot of money on expo crap because I have so much shit that I don't already don't display. I have to stop buying all the shit because there's just no place for it. So I decided, hey, why don't we just rope drop studios? So instead of just hanging around and waiting, we went to studios about 7:30 or so, or 8:30. I don't remember when the virtual queue opened for the expo. Got the virtual queue like at number 30 or something. So we had a bunch of time in studios. So we ended up riding Mickey's Runaway Railway, which is still one of my favorite rides. Um, Toy Story Midway Mania. Could have sworn we rode something else in Tower of Terror. And that was all before I headed to the expo. Yeah, and I started heading. Nope, nope, nope. It was all about rope dropping in the morning, and I've realized that's really the way to do it if you're not going to get the passes or anything else with the lightning lanes. Is if you, especially if you're staying on property. Some tricks, at least with Old Key West, is that the buses technically say they don't start running till an hour before park open. And I can only say this for Old Key West because I'm not too sure how it is at any of the other resorts. But we were on the first bus usually by 7:10, 7:15. If the park opened at 8:30. So yeah, we got there. We would try to get the first bus so that we can get to the front of the tap-in line and then just go. Also, they had a really new, and I don't know how new this is, but it was new for me, so I think I'll mention it. Opening procedures for that rope drop changed for studios. Where normally you just have to like tap in and your whole group taps in once. They were doing it when you first walked in. If you were going on Mickey's, you actually had to tap into the ride. But cast members were standing there and they made you tap in at the ride. Yeah, it was something a little different. So I don't know if they were doing that throughout. They were letting people. I think they opened Hollywood Boulevard all the way up to the attraction. Yeah, exactly. So, but I think they opened it so much now that they now tap you in at the ride. And then you weren't able to get into Toy Story Land without tapping in. So we kind of had to tap in twice there. Yes. Well, no, at Magic Kingdom, you just tap into the area. You never tapped into an attraction. You only tap into the area. Yeah, and they don't open all of Magic Kingdom either. They only open Fantasyland. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I agree. I agree too. Yeah, because it's the first ride you run into. Mm-hmm. And then Tower of Tower. Yep. Yes. Which was always a shit show. Well, actually, what we ended up doing, we took the Skyliner to Caribbean Beach and then hopped a bus from Caribbean Beach to the expo. Mm-hmm. It's always a fucking shit show. Every. Oh my god, it was worse this year, I feel. One would think. Yeah, one would think, but they didn't. So my number was getting ready to get called, so Tim got online for his bibs because he has no desire to shop. And then I got my Stitch sneakers, which is all I really wanted to get, and a hat. And that was really all I bought from the expo. The thing that pissed me off the most is that for those who are running or are still continuing to run, there are two different stories we're hearing about this, but they no longer give the refillable mugs at the expo for beer. Yeah. So what you were used to be able to do is buy just a mug at your expo and it gets you a little bit of a discount. And you can take this with you like after the races and everything else, and you can just get a refillable beer. Mm-hmm. They weren't selling the refillable glasses at the expo. Two different stories, two different rumors, not too sure which one's true. First rumor that I heard was that people were getting pissed off towards the end of the races that they were actually selling out of the beer mugs, and now the beer mugs are for each event or customized. So they don't just say Run Disney anymore. They actually say the race, and they have the images of the theme. I don't know what you're talking about. Who would ever do such a thing? I don't know what you're talking about, Maria. It's really bad. It's pretty clinky because I heard it in my headphones, and I'll probably have to edit that out because it's going to sound really loud when I edit. You put it on top of the microphone, Maria. That's going to be obnoxiously loud. I usually don't add ice to my whiskey. I very rarely add ice to my whiskey, I'm just saying. Not that I even had a few of those cups in my owner's locker, just so I could do that. I would, but second rumor is that the actual food service that supplies food and drink to ESPN Wildwood Park changed owners. So Disney no longer owns it. And now it's run by a third party. So they didn't get the rights to sell the cups or some shit like that. So nobody knows the truth. But it does when you think about if Disney's not giving them the cups to use, but those were the two reasons we were given. Refillable cups, you were only at the races at the end. Yes, correct. But you also have to now carry the cup. I did. I have a bag, but I run with a backpack, so. Yes. I didn't do the 5, so I couldn't tell you. We still have some more park time. The XO? At the XO? The XO. No, so, dinner that night was at Mamma Mia, not Mamma Mia's. Hiya. Hello. Mamma Mia. Yep. No. 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 I'm going to get it wrong. Why can't I think of it? No, because that's gone. The 50s prime time. I don't know. I got stuck on stupid. We don't eat in there that often, so it's like I got stuck. It's cute. Yeah, it's nothing. It's nothing great. I mean, it's just more nostalgia. It was a nostalgia eat. No, the food's decent. I couldn't. I didn't have that. I didn't have that at all. I can honestly say I did not have that at all. My server was awesome. Like, the server was really, really awesome. We really enjoyed the server more than the meal, really, to be honest with you. But the server was awesome. We had no problems with the server at all. Yeah. It's possible. Yeah, I really enjoyed my time. So I couldn't say that at all. And then things got a little bit blurry because I had a few drinks with dinner, and I read right, right, but I think Tim and his sister went back, and I might be screwing this all up, and I think Lauren was down at this point, and Lauren, myself, and Aaron hung out in studios that night. and proceeded to drink. I don't remember her last. Not an Erin that I think you know. No, no. She lives in Florida. I don't think you know her. She runs, so I really. She's an A with Will, if that helps. But yeah, so and we proceeded to drink pretty much all night. We rode. Oh yeah, and we rode Smuggler's Run. I think twice. Nice. It's okay. Yeah, it was, and I did pretty good. At least according to Lauren, I did pretty well. Yes. Oh no, we'll never do that again. No. Chewie just screams at you and doesn't give you real instructions. It's not a good time. It's really hard. It's like so hard. Like you expect it to be like, oh, I've rode this enough. I know what I'm doing. And oh no, it was everybody. Oh no, it wasn't. And it wasn't. It wasn't even anxiety. It's like, what are we supposed to be doing? Like nobody knew. It was bad. It it was fun. We did it, and never again. But we rode that, and it's good. And then next morning after Expo, we went to Animal Kingdom, rope drop to Animal Kingdom. Yep, you know the park that you shun. That that's why they're like tearing it all down now because Maria hates it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Mm-hmm. So let's just get rid of it. Mm-hmm. Just get rid of all of it. Kill all the animals. It's fine. That's what you said. It's awesome that you're muted right now because I can't hear a word you're saying, so your microphone cut out. So this is even better for me. She said, kill all the animals. Like, take them out firing squad. She did. She did. Sure did. That's what I heard. You see? You see? She hired the poachers. So this is another rope drop where we got on the bus and got there nice and early. We rode both Pandora rides with no with no lightning lane. But we rode both of them. Rode what is it called? The Me and Tim rode Everest. Steph doesn't like Everest. We rode Dinosaur and we did the Safari. All before noon. I mean, we wanted to do, like, I wanted to go to Nomad. It just because I had all before we had stuff that we had to get done. So it just we wanted it literally pounded out as much as we could because but we were there for a good 5-6 hours because that park opens an hour before every other park. And then we had our dinner with we had to meet up with our charity, Kelsey's Hope, at Splitsville for like the luncheon, and they hand out like their little awards and stuff. So we did that. Yes. And then no, I mean we could have paid for her to go to that, but she had souvenirs and shit that she wanted to buy, so she did her own thing. Yeah, she did her own thing and we did our own thing. We had arts. So we ate, we hung out, we shopped. We had Art Smiths for dinner. For early dinner, which is always good. I never had a bad meal there. And then we went to bed and got ready for the 10K. Not too bad. Course was, I mean, I always take the 10K kind of easy. So it wasn't awful. It's just 10K. It's nothing too difficult. Did you hear that? She just let out the largest burp. She got the gas. Hi, baby girl. Um. So yeah, ran the 10K. Got back. Fuck if I remember. Because it wasn't. I really ran it for the charity. I didn't really run it for the theme. So I'll to be really honest with you. They're not up. They're still packed. Well, I mean, they're still. I started unpacking, but it's like laundry and all this other shit. So it's just like it's we're in the stages of moving piles around and like sorting the piles before I actually get it all done. But what was the fucking theme? I know the half was Lady and the Tramp. No, that was the challenge. Yes, it was the challenge. Please hold. No, that was the. Mm-hmm. Olaf. But no, I looked it up. It was Olaf. Um, I think that's the problem with a lot of these themes now is that they're not represented very well on the course. I wouldn't say super heavy. No, I mean I know they had Sven and no, I want to say they had stuff like that for Princess though. So it's been very uneven with the theming, at least for this one. It was very weird. Like I even for the half on Sunday, like you expected to have more of the dogs out. Like I think they only not Maria either. Um, I think it was Bolt. I remember seeing Bolt on the course, but like there weren't like Phineas and Ferber on the half, and I don't know how they related to the theme. Like it was a little like the themes didn't really jive very well in my opinion. Yeah, no. I think Stitch was on the course, but he's not one. I think Stitch was on the course, but he's always on the course. Yeah, like I've never seen him not at a race. I think it would be more weird for him not to be there. Yeah, I like Stitch. Be nice. We tolerate you. It all works out. But I did hurt my hip. Did something stupid to my hip during the half, so the last like few miles sucked. But I mean, I finished. So of course, the half course sucked. It was awful. I hated it. I've never hated a course as much as I hated this particular half. Um, it was super tight and super narrow. So there were a lot of bottlenecks. They're doing construction in Animal Kingdom in the part that we usually run through. So we didn't run to Animal Kingdom like most of the halves do, or a bunch of the halves do. We actually ended up running to Blizzard Beach and doing part of the freaking parking lot. Not all of it, but it wasn't. It was wonky. But so I didn't really enjoy the half too much. The 10K, I mean, it still had its bottlenecks, but wasn't quite as bad as the half was. I think they just had no choice. Well, you have to remember it's an out and back. So no matter what, exactly. So they have to get us back to Epcot at some point. So and we don't. The only races that are known to run through Magic Kingdom are the marathon races, the half and the full, and Princess. And I'm not even sure if the 10 runs through there, so I don't remember. I know the half definitely does, though. I'll let you know because I'm running all three. Yeah, yeah. Yay. Jen asked me to. I've always said, well, it's not only that. I've always said if somebody really needs me as support or what have you, I would always say yes. So Jen asked me to, so I'm doing it. And then I think no, you get the after party ticket with the no, with the half. So Steph left Saturday, and then I think Lauren came Saturday or Sunday night. I don't remember which. I think it was Saturday night. Yeah, so we had Lauren with us from Saturday till Monday. No, Saturday till Tuesday because our Monday night. There's a lot. Yeah, there's more. So I'm lying. I think she came to the room on Sunday, but stuff left Saturday. So Sunday we had Geo 82 for the first time. So good. So good. From the service to the theming, it was one of the most relaxing kind of lounges. I mean, it was loud because it's a small area and they pack people in there, but definitely must do almost every trip. Yes. Yeah, I did not hate it. I didn't order it. Yeah. Um to me it tasted like a dirty martini, but instead of olive juice, it kind of tasted almost like pickly. I think it's vodka. But leek. But it wasn't, it tasted pickly. It really didn't taste it. It tasted like a little bit of onion, but it reminded me of like if you were to take a martini and spike it with pickle juice instead of olive juice. It had like that pickly taste to it to me. It wasn't bad. It was more of a savory cocktail, like a dirty martini is. But that's kind of what it reminded me of. I didn't think it was bad at all. I don't think it's for the average person who doesn't like a dirty martini or has never even had just a straight up gin martini or vodka martini. Because, I mean, I, yeah, if you're used to, if you're used to a cocktail or a super sweet cocktail, you're not going to like it. It's a savory cocktail. There's nothing. It's their take on a dirty martini is the best way I can explain it. And dirty martinis are not for everybody. I had their brown sugar old fashioned, I think it is there. Oh, so good. It was so perfectly balanced. No, and then I had a non-menu item, which was a creme brulee banana coffee whiskey cold brew drink. So good. And then after that, I had another non-menu item, which was the Christmas old fashioned. It was like cinnamony, and we do have somebody found the video of the bartender making it, and it is on our Discord. So I'm gonna have to. I haven't checked it out yet, but oh my god, so good. These are not drinks that are going to be easily made at home because they do a lot of fat washing and all this other stuff. But excuse me, very, very good drinks. Food, I got the charcuterie for food, and it was for the price, it was an awesome charcuterie board. Yeah, it was like $26, I want to say, but it was a full charcuterie board with like good meat. Well, it's supposed to. It didn't, but it was supposed to. Mm-hmm. Which is exactly what I did. We tried to do the after party, but I was tired. It was packed. Yeah, and it just really wasn't worth it. So we ended up going back relatively early and just kind of after party's always an Epcot, yeah. And it didn't really start till 10 o'clock. And it went till 1. And it's just, by the time everything, I was tired. I just couldn't do anymore. And Tim was getting grouchy. We were both getting grouchy. And I'm like, this is not worth it. It just wasn't. There was nothing. The lines were hour waits for things. And I'm like, this is, mm-mm. If I would have, exactly. If I would have just went back and pretty much slept and just putzed around the resort until the time of the after party, it would have been fine. But that's not what I did. I mean, I napped for an hour. Well, I napped for an hour, and then we had our GO82 reservation. Like, we had to get ready to get going and get GO82, and it just, I have to learn that if I'm doing it again next year, which I probably am, that if I'm going to try to do the after party, I'm going to have to just stay in the room and relax and then just focus on going to the after party. Monday was another Magic Kingdom day. We did not rope drop. Oh my god, yeah. About 8. But I got up at 8, and I don't think I left the room until 10. It was a bit of a drag ass day. And then we went to Magic Kingdom. We got the egg rolls for a snack. Got Dole Whips for a snack. Yeah, but they're still good. I wouldn't have gotten it if Tim wasn't wanting them, so. And then we got Dole Whips. And we did some of the shows. We did like Tiki Room. We did Carousel of Progress. We did the People Mover. And then it was time for Beacon Barrel. You can. But get on it. Yeah, if you're at your 30-day window, get on it because you're going to be or 60, whatever the hell you can make 60 reservations. I think if you are able to make reservations and you haven't made them yet for 4 people during Christmas holiday, you might not be getting one. But I mean, atmosphere is beautiful. It's very loud. It's cool, but again, we got seated in like the back, So we couldn't really see a lot of the show. We couldn't really see the bar. But they pack you in there. So just because you get a reservation doesn't mean you're sitting. We were lucky. Exactly. Which we were. We were a group of five, and we still had four other people at our table. No, it was like a half booth. So, yeah, so we had one pretty much side of the booth, and then there were two people at the end, and then there were two people across. Like I said, when they pack you in, they pack you in. Server was awesome. I had the mezcal drink. I can't remember the name of it right now, which is very mezcal forward. So you are going to get some of that smokiness to it, and they will warn you about it. So if you don't like smoky, don't go for it. it it's very it's balanced. It's not like something that you are gonna. It's not going to shout at you. I really don't remember the drink. You can definitely look it up, but I can recommend it, and I can recommend the bourbon drink as well. The other drinks, some of them are super sweet. Some of them are really good. So, I mean, you just got to go with your palate. I also, I can recommend the octopus. Oh my God, so good. Really, really good. Done perfectly, not chewy, not chewy at all. It was just done perfectly. And we had the corn cakes as well with chicken. So, some tips when you're there, though. Be prepared to order your food right away. And they keep you to it. You also have you also have a 2-drink minimum. And they keep you to it. Maximum, I'm sorry, per person. So you have a 2-drink maximum, and that includes mocktails. It was weird. So, like any kind of mixed drink, they're not really. They want you in, they want you out, they want you done. No, no, but by the time I was almost maybe a little under halfway finished with my first one, I had to order my second one if I wanted it. So if you are a slow drinker, be prepared to chug your drinks. That's not the 3 Sheets way, Maria. No. And then after that, things get a bit hazy. The drinks are actually kind of strong. And I didn't eat much breakfast that day, so um no, but I don't think we did much of anything after that. I think we kind of just um we hopped the monorail, made it the Contemporary, got another drink there. Yeah, we got out of Magic Kingdom, got a coffee drink at the bar there. I also had the coffee drink, the specialty coffee drink in Magic Kingdom, which was good. But half the syrup. It was the Halloween one, the pumpkin one. It was very good. Yes, but I got it with half the syrup because I knew it would be too sweet with me with full syrup. Yep. So I got it with half the syrup and it was good, and then I got it another one, but just straight coffee and alcohol, pretty much at well, Contemporary. Yeah, no, well, it was not even at the quick service. It was like that little downstairs coffee bar that they have. Yes. Yeah, we never made. Yeah. Yes. It was also pouring. So, so we did take the monorail over. And then we went down the escalators to the bus because we were getting on the bus to go to Springs for dinner. And do some more shopping, as one does. So we made it to Springs, and we made it to like that little overhang area, like where they have like the little tunnel. And right, but like and it was just pouring, pouring, pouring. Like so, we hung out there. Then we made it underneath that, like that. They have that little tunnel area where the mall part is. So we made it in there, and then we went shopping and drinking because I mean it was poor. It was raining so hard. It was raining in there, like it was coming in sideways. So we had more drinks. We think I had two more cocktails there, and then we went into Tommy Bahama. And Tim and I both got Olakais. And I got a cologne that I liked. And Jen was with us at this point, so Jen is buying shirts. Total for that purchase, I think it was under. No, it wasn't awful. No, I think the barbell was more expensive at the end of the day. Because we ate at the Francina, how do you say it? Yeah. Yes. Whatever. That. It's okay. I mean, it's very basic Mexican. I wouldn't even know if I'd call it standard. It's. I had a tequila flight. I had their premium tequila flight, which was okay. It wasn't great. And then food was just okay. It wasn't like, I don't think I need to eat there again kind of situation. But it was all right. And then I don't think I was. I don't think I was. I don't think I would necessarily need to go back. I expected it just like I said, the food was good. It just, again, it kind of like Tony's kind of situation where the food's okay, just not something that I would need to do. I have better Mexican at home. Mm. Yeah, it just I just really wasn't the food wasn't memorable, I guess is the best way I can put it. Mm. And then after that, things get really blurry. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that. Yeah, I don't know how to fix it either. Um, that's really, I don't, we went back to the room, and then we proceeded to have mimosas. Yeah. No. Yeah. Because we had a bottle of champagne and orange juice. So so it was at this point that we decided to have a slumber party in the living room. So it was me, Lauren, and Tim. We threw on K-pop Demon Hunters and we drank mimosas in the fold-out couch. And no, incorrect. Lauren told me about it before you did. She did. I watched it before that. I watched it before y'all were here. I watched it. I knew it. Yes. Yes, I did. I knew it. It is good. But yeah, we didn't make it through the movie. I know you're shocked. All three of us passed out. And then the next day was leaving day. So we headed back to Animal Kingdom. I mean, we had... What? Oh, I'm sorry. That was Sunday. They were spicy. They were not as spicy as they were the year prior, the prior time we had them. No, they were still called that, but they changed them. They changed the pepper, and they definitely weren't as good, in my opinion. They were spicy. There was some heat to them, but The ones that Jen and I had that first time they came out with them, they were more saucy. These were a little more, yeah, these were a little more dry, and they had a very overwhelming pepper taste to them, like black pepper taste. So, I mean, it wasn't bad, but they were just okay. I don't like if they were the ones. The Scotch bonnet ones were really good, and that was the ones that Jen and I had that first time we did the challenge to ourselves. And like these were just okay to me. They weren't. They weren't necessarily anything I would maybe order again if they don't change them up next year. I was honestly a little disappointed in them. Mm-hmm. Oh no, that was Cheryl. Cheryl's used to spicy. Cheryl was taking it for the like they were just fucking water. So, and we had the pumpkin milkshake again. Pickle, whatever. Yeah, pickle. I know. I'm tired. I'm sorry. I'm also not drinking, so the tired hits. Well, no, I'm just like there's no energy going on. It's just like I'm exhausted and I'm just tired. So yeah, we had the pickle milkshake again, which was the pickle milkshake. It just tastes like dill. It doesn't really taste pickly to me. And then that was really it. Tuesday was we drove over to Animal Kingdom before we left the resort, and we hung out in Animal Kingdom for a bit. Rode the safari again, did the like animal walks, and then headed to the airport. And we were delayed an hour, but nothing crazy. Mm-mm. Okay, so Lauren's originally was flying out Sunday. She got an offer that like they wanted to change her flight to Monday. So she asked if anybody had room for her. I'm like, yeah, we have room. Just come on, stay with us. So she offered that. Then they canceled her flight on Monday. And she didn't fly out till Tuesday. Monday was weather related. Yeah, we had major storms. There was a major rainstorm roll in. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like everybody who was flying out was like severely delayed that day. Like the Paganos were delayed. Um, the Neiman's were delayed. Like everybody who tried to fly out Monday was delayed. Mm-hmm. At least coming up the coast. Regular size Maria was delayed. Mm-hmm. Not Steve was there. Yes, not Steve and regular size Maria. Yeah, we hung out with them all pretty much Monday, and we went to Beacon Barrel together too. So that was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. It was indeed. Thank you. No, the link is actually in the show notes. So, yes, we've been having show notes now. Since Mikey started actually posting real show notes, I've had to start posting real show notes. Mm-hmm. Yes, and definitely Discord's the better way to go about it than the Facebook algorithm, because I think the Facebook algorithm at this point pretty much hates all of us. Mm-hmm. Pretty much. Much fucked. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be shorter than that. It'll probably be like a half hour. Oh, look, you got it right. Good night. Even a broken clock is right 2 times a day. And you didn't bury them in your yard yet? Oh, is that where you keep your nuts? Oh, Jesus Christ, here we go again. Was it good? Are we good? Was that too much sugar? Yeah, me too.